You're very, very sexy to me.
Thanks.
And I don't know how to like... I didn't know that Rocky was so eager to ask me out. Rocky was in some kind of love square with Tiffany, Jay, and Carlo. But right now, I feel like I'm so good at flirting. I am definitely a seductress, and it's nice to feel wanted for a change. So, sorry, Tiffany. It's my turn.
Things are heating up on Hunt for Love, and Chantel Everett is right in the middle of it again. Just when fans thought they'd seen it all, Chantel flips the script and sets her sights on a shocking new target, one of Tiffany's men. That's right, after striking out in her own love life, the 90-Day Fiance star may be crossing the line. But is this bold move about finding love, or just staying relevant? Since her messy breakup with Pedro, Chantel has been floundering in the romance department. She's been confused about her sexuality, openly exploring her feelings for her best friend Ashley, and even shared kisses with both Ashley and Jennifer before filming the show. But despite dipping her toes into same-sex connections, Chantel hasn't found a true spark. With no solid romantic bond and her confidence shaken, fans have seen a different, more vulnerable Chantel this season. Chantel did attempt to reignite her romantic side with Joe, a co-star 10 years younger than her. Though the age gap gave her pause, Joe reassured her that he wasn't immature and even planned a quirky, intimate beer bath date to win her over. The two stripped down, soaked up the steamy atmosphere, and sparks did fly for a moment. Still, fans suspected Chantel wasn't fully invested. And now, that suspicion seems to be true. In an unexpected scene, Chantel is seen cozying up near a cenote with Carlo, one of the men involved in Tiffany's already chaotic love square that includes Franco, Rob, and Jay. That's 4 people for egos, and now Chantel wants in? To everyone's surprise, Carlo confesses he wants to take Chantel on a date. Even more shocking, Chantel doesn't hesitate. She's flattered, intrigued, and ready to take the plunge, literally and emotionally. She brushes off the idea of loyalty to Tiffany, saying, honestly, I feel Tiffany can handle losing one guy. Ouch. Chantel goes a step further, calling herself a seductress, basking in the attention and saying, so sorry, Tiffany, it's my turn now. But viewers aren't entirely convinced. Many fans believe Chantel is more desperate than desirable at this point, willing to jump into anything or anyone's arms just to avoid rejection. Still, one can't deny she's stirring the pot and owning her screen time. Whether this connection with Carlo turns into real romance or another emotional roller coaster, one thing's for sure, Chantel is keeping us watching. She's not here to play nice, she's here to make moves. So, is this the start of Chantel's redemption, or just another chapter in her ever-growing list of failed relationships and awkward entanglements? Don't blink, because on Hunt for Love, loyalty means nothing and everyone's fair game. And with Chantel in the mix, it's only a matter of time before another bombshell drops.
So, if Colt asks you for a date right now, are you going to answer him? I mean, are you into him romantically?
I mean, I would say yes. What am I going to do? Like, kick him while he's down?
Got it.
Broken leg, he might not be able to walk again. What am I going to do? Be like, no, screw you. I think that's rude if I say no.
The drama on Hunt for Love has taken a heartbreaking turn, and this time, it's not about messy love triangles or petty rivalries. Instead, it's about an unexpected medical emergency that's thrown Cortney Reardans into emotional turmoil. The 90-Day Fiance alum has shocked fans by revealing the depth of her connection with Colt Johnson, especially after his traumatic leg injury landed him in the hospital. Cortney is now in full caretaker mode, and she's even introduced herself as Colt's wife to hospital staff just to stay by his side. But is her affection for Colt genuine, or is she spiraling into obsession? When Cortney and Colt first appeared together on Hunt for Love, no one expected them to click the way they did. Their connection was instant. Colt, known for his complex past relationships, seemed open and emotionally available. Cortney, often reserved in past seasons, found comfort in his presence. Fans began rooting for the duo as they shared lighthearted moments and inside jokes. But just as sparks began to fly, disaster struck. Colt was seriously injured in an unexpected accident. The nature of the fall wasn't immediately revealed, but the damage was severe. He suffered a re-injury to the same leg he had broken years earlier. The moment Cortney saw Colt lying on the floor, she completely broke down. Through sobs, She blamed herself for not being there or not doing enough to prevent it. Her guilt became so overwhelming that she cried in front of castmates, describing the scene over and over. Usman, trying to get clarity, gently asked Cortney if she had real romantic feelings for Colt. Could this pain be love? Her response was hesitant but telling. She admitted she might say yes if Colt asked her out, but only because she wouldn't want to hurt him while he was in such a vulnerable state. It was a blurry line between compassion and confusion, and fans were divided. Was Cortney falling in love, or just emotionally overwhelmed? The emotional climax came when Cortney admitted something that raised eyebrows across the fanbase. "We've been telling the hospital I'm his wife, so I could go in the rooms with him," she confessed. That's right. Due to hospital restrictions that allowed only family members during visits, Cortney claimed to be Colt's wife just to gain access. Fans were split. Some praised her for her loyalty and selflessness, while others couldn't help but wonder, is she too emotionally invested in someone she barely knows? Cortney also revealed a heartbreaking moment that Colt asked her to carry out. Before being taken in for surgery, Colt gave her a final message to deliver to his mom, Debbie Johnson, in case he didn't survive the anesthesia. It was a chilling moment, one that made it clear how real and dangerous the situation was. Colt's injuries were so severe that he had to be transferred from Tulum to Playa del Carmen, where better medical infrastructure could manage his delicate condition and prevent internal bleeding. The logistics were complicated. Moving him from one hospital to another took a toll on everyone, especially Cortney, who stayed by his side the entire time. Since the accident, Cortney hasn't been able to focus on forming any romantic connections on the show. Her attention has been entirely on Colt. "Nothing else matters right now," she admitted during a group chat with fellow castmates. Her castmates were supportive, but the audience had mixed reactions. Some believe Cortney is showing a side of her that's deeply caring and selfless, while others think she's leaning too hard into the drama and maybe confusing empathy with love. Is Cortney Reardon's really falling in love with Colt Johnson, or is she simply caught in the emotional chaos of a crisis? Her teary-eyed confessions, willingness to call herself his wife, and devotion during his recovery paint a powerful picture. But whether it's love or trauma bonding remains unclear. What we do know, Cortney's loyalty in Colt's darkest moment is winning her both praise and criticism. And whatever happens next, it's clear their bond has changed forever.
She's evil in a human body.
It's gonna dream.
I mean, did you really think she was gonna honor that? Did you feel confident that Jen was gonna actually be loyal to you?
Well, at this point, I'm so sick of drama. I really don't care. So I was like, whatever, let's have some fun. We started talking more, hanging out more, and then she stole my shoes.
She stole my shoes in Colombia.
The drama just hit an all-time high on 90 Day Fiance. Hunt for love, and this time, it's not about cheating or love triangles. Instead, it's about something far more shocking, theft. Yes, you heard that right. Jennifer Terrazona, already dubbed the villain of the show, is now being accused of stealing personal belongings from none other than her castmates, Tim, Malcolm, and Elise. What started as harmless flirting and power moves has spiraled into full-blown controversy. But what exactly did she take? Why only one shoe? And is Jennifer truly playing dumb, or just playing her villain role to the fullest? From the moment Jennifer stepped onto the Hunt for Love set, she made it clear she wasn't here to play nice. She was here to win, no matter what. Whether it was courting multiple men at once or clashing with the girls, Jennifer leaned fully into her villain era, and she loved every second of it. In fact, when confronted in a recent episode, she boldly declared, "I don't care if people call me the villain, it'll be the villain who gets the man." But no one expected her dark side to involve stealing shoes. The revelation came during a clip breakdown session with Tim, Elise, and Malcolm, and what was meant to be a casual watch party turned into an expose. Elise started off by reminiscing about a rare moment of bonding with Jennifer. The two had gone out for a drink, shared laughs, and for once, it seemed like things were cool between them. But that peace didn't last. "We finally clicked, and then she stole from me," Elise confessed. Wait, what? Elise then dropped the bomb. Jennifer stole her shoe. But not just any shoe, a designer Chanel shoe. And to make it even weirder, only one of them. Tim was just as baffled as fans. He chimed in with his own bizarre experience, revealing that Jennifer had stolen a pair of his bright yellow shoes back when they were in Colombia. He even confronted her about it, but never got them back. I had amazing yellow shoes. I know she took them. I asked, and she just laughed it off. Tim said, clearly still irritated. Malcolm jumped in to call Jennifer evil in human form, and Elise, still furious, added, who steals one Chanel shoe and thinks that's okay? What is she doing? Collecting trophies? The absurdity of it all had the group stunned. Why would anyone steal just one shoe? Was it symbolic? A prank? Or something deeper and stranger? In true villain fashion, Jennifer clapped back, but not with an apology. Instead, she commented on the now viral clip with a nonchalant, "What are they even talking about? LOL." Fans were divided. Some found her reaction hilarious and totally on brand for her chaotic energy. Others were furious, saying she was being dismissive and shady when faced with real accusations. As expected, fans are buzzing. Some believe Jennifer is just trolling, fully leaning into the drama and playing the show's bad girl for entertainment. Others aren't so sure, stealing one shoe from two different people, ignoring confrontation, and then laughing it off. It's weird behavior, whether it's real or reality TV. Elise and Tim, however, aren't laughing. And the moment has left viewers wondering what else Jennifer might be hiding behind that smirk. One thing's for sure, Jennifer Terrazona may be stealing hearts, but now she's also being accused of stealing heels. Will the scandal sink her, or make her even more iconic? Only time and more missing shoes will tell.
How Cara's musical career is going?
I mean, it's cute.
What do you mean it's cute?
Like, it's bachata. I don't follow the new kind of bachata. The bachata that I listen is like the old school, like, old people's. And as soon as I say something, she gets mad.
Another beloved couple from the 90-Day Fiance universe is facing serious marital turbulence. After 3 years of marriage, Cara Bass and Guillermo Royer have shockingly gone their separate ways. Their once passionate love story has spiraled into emotional distance, lack of intimacy, and painful accusations, leading fans to wonder if this is the end of their relationship for good. While the couple previously radiated chemistry and shared big dreams on 90 Day Fiancé, their recent appearance on Happily Ever After Season 9 revealed a darker, more heartbreaking chapter. Tension between them has reached a boiling point, and they've reportedly been living apart for months, clinging to a hope that now seems all but lost. Guillermo's suspicion that Cara may have been unfaithful with some so-called 90-day bad boys has become a major concern for viewers. Fans quickly picked up on the couple's lack of physical intimacy, but many believe the emotional disconnect stems more from Cara than Guillermo. Cara herself confessed during a confessional interview that they've been sleeping in separate beds and that she and Guillermo hadn't had a real conversation in days. Despite Guillermo's efforts to reconnect and rebuild, Cara appears emotionally checked out, almost ready to walk away entirely. One of the most shocking signs of a crumbling marriage came when fans noticed Guillermo without his wedding ring for the first time. The image of him proudly posing with their young son Nicholas at the zoo was sweet and heartwarming, but the missing ring told a very different story. While Cara remains mostly silent about the situation online, Guillermo's Instagram is filled with moments between him and Nicholas, without a single mention or image of his wife. His last post showed Nicholas excitedly reacting to monkeys at the zoo, a moment that melted fans' hearts but also confirmed that Guillermo is now embracing fatherhood solo. The most recent episode of Happily Ever After opened with Cara preparing for a stage performance, surrounded by dancers and lights. She revealed that she's heading to Milan, ready to partner with a major recording label and pursue her music career full-time. In her own words, Cara said she was feeling driven and focused, hoping Guillermo would support her. "All I want is positive energy from my husband," she said, but Guillermo was clearly not on the same page. Later, over dinner with a friend, Guillermo didn't hold back his feelings. He admitted he hates going to Cara's events, describing them as weird and uncomfortable. He also opened up about their 3-month-long dry spell, revealing they haven't shared a bed or any intimacy in months. Guillermo seemed defeated as he questioned whether their marriage had a future at all. He confessed to seeking advice from his family, but said every attempt to fix things with Cara only led to more drama and explosive fights. According to Guillermo, things took a drastic turn when Cara was caught texting or writing something on her phone, leading him to accuse her of cheating. The confrontation quickly escalated, and Cara told him to leave the house. This explosive argument may have been the final nail in the coffin for the couple's relationship. From honeymoon bliss to heartbreaking separation, Cara and Guillermo's story is a painful reminder that love isn't always enough. As Cara chases stardom and Guillermo embraces single fatherhood, fans are left wondering, is there any hope left for reconciliation, or is divorce truly the next chapter?
We are talking about different stuff now. We're talking about different stuff.
Okay, but I'm talking about this.
Okay, can we talk about
drives me
this?
crazy.
And let me doing step by step. My parents aren't even here yet, and you're trying to push me for that?
90 Day Fiance star Brandon Gibbs is once again getting roasted by fans. And this time, it's not just for his usual silence. It's for what viewers are calling his complete failure to stand up for his wife, Julia Trubkina, in a brewing battle with his overbearing parents, especially his mom, Betty. Despite being married for years, Brandon still acts like he's more committed to his parents than to his wife, and this latest controversy proves just how deep the dysfunction runs. Things took a wild turn when Brandon suggested that his mom and dad, who live just an hour and a half away, should have their own room in his and Julia's house. Why? Because Betty visits often, but Julia wasn't having it. She clapped back hard, making it very clear that this was a guest room, not Betty's personal suite. To make her point crystal clear, Julia boxed up all of Betty's stuff and transformed the space into a room for her own parents instead. Julia didn't just change the room, she changed the narrative. Betty doesn't own a room here, she declared. And when Betty showed up, expecting business as usual, she was shocked to see her things gone and a new setup in place. This triggered a heated showdown between Julia and Brandon's parents, with Betty visibly hurt and confused. But the biggest shock wasn't Betty's reaction. It was Brandon's total silence during the entire altercation. Instead of backing up his wife, Brandon stood there like a statue. No support, no explanations, nothing. Julia, visibly frustrated, questioned why he wasn't saying anything. Brandon's defense: he said he was working and that Julia should have handled things differently. Even worse, he turned the tables and accused Julia of not making enough effort in their marriage, bringing up past disagreements, like when she sought a second opinion about something they had discussed. Fans weren't buying any of it. Social media exploded. Reddit threads lit up with criticism for Brandon, with fans calling him everything from a spineless weenie to a professional gaslighter who hides behind his parents instead of facing them like a grown man. One user wrote, "He lets Julia play the villain so he can stay in mommy's good graces. It's pathetic." Another added, "He doesn't know how to set boundaries, so Julia becomes the bad guy." Classic Brandon. The top voted comment, "His balls are in Betty's purse, and it's high time Julia gives them back to him." Julia has always been outspoken, passionate, and fiercely independent. Fans admire her fire and willingness to stand up for herself, even when it paints her as the villain. But watching her repeatedly battle her in-laws while Brandon says absolutely nothing has become exhausting for viewers. To them, Julia is out here fighting for her marriage, and Brandon is fighting to stay in his comfort zone. Many now believe it's time for Julia to demand real change or walk away from a situation where she's always second to his parents. This ongoing guest room saga has become a symbol of deeper issues in their relationship: boundaries, independence, and emotional loyalty. Until Brandon learns to cut the cord from his parents, fans believe he'll never truly be the man Julia married. And viewers are losing their patience. So what do you think? Is Brandon simply a victim of toxic parenting, or is Julia right to take matters into her own hands? Let us know, because this drama isn't dying down anytime soon. Sarper from 90 Day Fiance is back in the headlines, but this time, it's not for romance or reality TV drama. The Turkish heartthrob, known for his rocky relationship with Shakina, is now being slapped with a massive lawsuit for breach of contract, professional misconduct, and even fraud. The amount, anywhere between $35,000 and $100,000. But is Sarper guilty of shady business practices? Or is this all a setup by so-called jealous people in the industry? That's the real $100,000 question. In a moment straight out of a legal drama, Sarper was served with legal documents, and the whole thing was caught on video. The footage shows the reality, Star looking stunned as a crew member hands him a manila envelope at a comedy club in California. He had just stepped off the stage, unaware that his comedy career was about to be dragged into court. The lawsuit was officially filed on July 22nd by Lisa Sunstedt, CEO of Hypomania Productions, the same company Sarper had teamed up with to launch his stand-up comedy career. According to Lisa's complaint, Sarper broke a legally binding contract signed in April, failed to perform scheduled comedy shows, publicly badmouthed Lisa and her production company, committed international tort by making defamatory statements overseas and online. The contract reportedly included a 6-month partnership with Lisa as Sarper's head writer and show producer, a full lineup of performances arranged by Hypomania Productions, exclusive production rights for Sarper's comedy gigs in Hollywood. Lisa claimed she invested thousands of dollars in training, coaching, show prep, and professional development for Sarper, only for him to walk away at the last minute, canceling everything without warning. She's now seeking $50,000 in damages, plus additional investment losses to be determined at trial. While Sarper hasn't issued an official statement, he did post cryptic Instagram stories shortly after the cancellation. In them, he explained that unfortunate circumstances forced him to pull out of the performance and promised to refund the money. His partner, Shekinah, quickly jumped to his defense, reposting his story and blaming unnamed jealous people for sabotaging the show. According to her, Sarper had been excited and fully committed, but someone didn't want him to shine. Whether that's damage control or the truth remains unclear. Amid the swirling legal drama, fans were quick to assume Sarper and Shekinah were heading for a breakup. But sources close to the couple say that's far from the case. Despite the stress, the pair is reportedly still together and working through their issues via couples therapy. Shekinah revealed that while they've only had a few sessions so far, the process has brought emotional clarity and relief. Sarper, initially resistant, now sees the value in therapy, comparing the hunt for a good therapist to finding the right partner. Although they still argue, the couple claims they now recover from fights faster. Sarper even shared his desire to mirror his parents' 45-year-long marriage, offering a rare vulnerable side amid the public chaos. Sarper's pivot into comedy was unexpected, but fans were curious to see how he'd fare. Unfortunately, it now looks like his stand-up career might be crashing before it ever took off. With the legal case heating up, public perception shifting, and serious money on the line, Sarper may have to put comedy, and possibly his image, on pause while he battles these accusations. Whether this is a case of industry betrayal or personal recklessness, one thing is certain: Sarper's in for a long ride. So, is Sarper the victim of jealous sabotage, or did he really cross the line in Hollywood's cutthroat comedy scene? The courtroom will decide, but for now, his future in the spotlight is hanging by a thread.